Welcome to the Executive Club of our 6th gala here. I think we have a very exciting program.
So hello everybody, and thank you very much for inviting me to speak and talking so good about me. The change that I have made in the past half year is I lost a little bit of weight because of my health. So this is why Han said she could not recognize me. So I'm really happy because I'm healthy now, and I think that's the most important part. Before we jump into that topic, which you see is I call it a big change, and we are talking about human being instead of human resources or human capital. Let me ask you a question. When in life are you really engaged in something? Do you have any idea? So when are you really engaged? When do you really like what you do, and when do you spend really all your time, money and energy on it? Do you have any idea? Anybody? If you're successful.
It's my idea.
If it's your idea. If you love it. Anybody else? What else?
A hobby.
Sorry?
It's a hobby.
When a hobby, when you are passionate about something. Why is the world of being passionate and the world of the job so much different a lot of times? I don't say all the time, but a lot of times. People go to work, they start at 9 o'clock, then they have a boss, and they get told what they have to do, and then they do, and at 5 o'clock they leave work and they go home. There's no engagement most of the time. I don't say every time, right? But my question is, we was talking about the change and the future. Is this something we really want to have in the future? Is this something we need? Do you think about the time of industrialization? We get steam machines, and Henry Ford put the first belt in place, and the whole work world changed, and people had a different kind of a job. We need less people. We had a lot of big factories where things get manufactured instead of piece by piece manufacturing. The whole world was changing, and I think we are right now at the same place. The only thing is, we are so happy with what we have that we not change. And think about Nokia. Nokia was one of the winners in the industry of mobile phones. Where are they now?
Lost in space.
Lost in space. They produced the first device which touch screen before even Apple had one. And you know what they said? Our users want to have something that is cheap, and where the load of one power load is taking about them for 1 week, and they do not want to have touch screens. And they did not change anything. They did not even think about change. I think successful companies right now have to think about a change. And we don't do. Let me say 1 or 2 words about me. You see on the right my family. Then you have my journey so far. And in '99 I was helping to found the first company, which was Bank at this time. And we was all really, really engaged, and I get my education as a coach because I need to develop my people, and I try to get them on board and passionate with everything. And I started to work in this area of coaching and changing, helping people to change. I get my whole education for 5 years, almost a second study. And between 2006 and 15, I was working for a US company, international, to drive the internal development of consultants in Asia, North America, and Europe. And at the end of, or at the beginning of 2015, I thought it's enough. And I started as an independent instructor, but after a while I realized, okay, I want to change the world, but as a single person I cannot do that. So I thought about creating a network of experts, and right now we are on our way to be a company, and we are called Talent Management Academy. So 2016 we founded that company, and right now when we are looking into the market, we find things like digitalization, we're talking about talent gap. We talk about the different generations, different cultures. And we have Annika here, for example, because she is working in diversity, for example, which I think is a very important topic. Then we have cultures, we have human capital, talent management, disruptive thinking, change management. We have all these topics. The question is, if we are company owners, which is the things that we should attack right now? It's so many things coming over us, like you see the wave of things that are running down to the people and especially at company owners. So what can we do? Where is the place to start and to make the difference? So we have the challenges. How can we prepare? What is the thing we should do now? And we had the same question when we started the Talent Management Academy. We thought, okay, we have so many specialists in the area of human change, but where's the place to attack and to make the world a better place? And you may laugh, but at the end, we figured out the best place to start is to connect people with their own emotions first, and then connect them with the companies. And we have a model how we can do that in a kind of a coaching phase instead of doing training. So teaching people, you can train a dog, but not people, right? They all have behavior and we want to help them to start change. So it's very clear we need to change. There's no question about this. And we need good, motivated, passionate people, right? Who like the job like a hobby. And we need, if we do that change, we need to take the people with us. But the question is, how can we do that? So to minimize the risk, and you was talking about simulation, gaming. Wouldn't it be good if we want to do a change in culture, or if we want to do a change in how our company is seen from outside? Wouldn't it be good if we could simulate this before? If we understand how a change really is working and how we can make step by step to really make it success, if we could have a blueprint for success. We found a company and they have a simulation where we can simulate these changes before and make sure we know exactly what we do, how we do it, and in which step we do it. And I think it would worth looking at it and make sure that if we run into that change, choose the topic, make sure you have the people behind, and you make sure that you go it step by step into the right way. The other thing that I want to ask you is, we all believe in self-driving cars, but we don't believe in self-driving organizations. And I think that's stupid. If we talk about disruptive thinking, we think disruptive, but in the human area, we don't think disruptive. We think leaders need to be leaders, drivers need to be drivers. I think it isn't like that. I think if we get good, passionate people, and if we take the job that a leader or a manager is doing right now and divide them up at the people, and somebody is holding the steering wheel, but more in like guiding position instead of telling people what to do so that they can use their brain, I think we would be much better off. And I have seen, I think it was 1 or 2 weeks back, I have seen something on YouTube and wasn't it, what was the founder of Apple that died? Can you help me with the name? Steve Jobs. It was Steve Jobs, thank you. And he said, you know, we are hiring on the market the best people with the best knowledge, and then we bring them in the company to tell them exactly what they have to do. I think that's stupid. But we all tend to do that because it's our money, it's our company. We need to make sure that we do the right thing, but there is no trust. I think we need trust, and we need energy, and we need passionate people. I know that's all like, yes, we believe, but the truth is, if we get it done, we really think disruptive, and we change something. So when we think about leaders, I think we need leaders who are emotionally connected to themselves and to their people. And for this, we thought about more than one thing. I think we thought about, first of all, having a leadership check, because most of us know already that the leaders or the managers get selected because they was the best people in the department. Okay, that's the best guy, maybe we make him to the next manager. Is he then automatically the best leader? I don't think so. Normally not, right? When I get my first management job, I was technically the best guy in the team. But to be honest, I was not the best leader. I was not a leader at all. I realized this, and then I started my journey to get myself up and running in this position. But it was not the company looking at me. I was not happy with myself. And is this everybody doing who gets who is then promoted to a manager? Normally, the most managers and leaders that I know in companies like Siemens or Bosch or Conti or Daimler, they are not doing anything. They have their job, they get their salary, they have the goals for their people, and they're getting the job done. But emotionally connected, it's not a lot of people that I know who are really emotionally connected with their people. But I think we can do something. We have developed together with PI, I will talk in a minute about that a little bit. We developed a leadership check program so that we are able to really check, do we have the right people in place? And if we don't have the right people in place, is it worth developing them, or should we put somebody else in the job? This is something that you can do to make sure your leadership is healthy. And then we have a program to connect the people emotionally and to have a vision and a mission on it. With this, I'm open for questions, and if you have any questions, you can ask right now, or you can come back to me later on. Not everybody.